Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to another channel update video for the 8th of November 2018. So, different camera angle. Yeah, I moved stuff around in my room a little bit, so I got a different camera angle. I still don't have anything for the white wall. Working on it, I promise. We're doing stuff. This is gonna be a massive update video, so there's a lot to talk about. It's gonna happen. So first of all, we are working, well, actually my sister's been helping me a lot, and I'm working on a banner for the channel. It's pretty bare at the moment. I think it just shows up as like a grey box or something. So there's a banner in the works. The display picture, the one that I've had there of like sort of like a silhouette of my face, is like almost 3.5 years old, so we need to change that, and we're trying to make a really good one. We're trying to actually come up with a brand for this because, you know, I've been doing it for 3.5 years now, and I feel like it's time for a good branding thing. So it's a work in progress, but things are happening. And if you haven't noticed on the channel over the past like 3 or 4 months, we've managed to do thumbnails for every single video. I'm pretty sure every single video on my channel now has a thumbnail, which is crazy. There's some really good ones in there, like our favorite is probably the Akumu mode thumbnail for The Evil Within. It looks great, I'm so happy with it. It's really good that we were able to use that promotional image of The Evil Within for that, because it looks great. But yeah, we've been working, my sister especially has been working pretty much exclusively on the thumbnails and doing them all, so it's really cool. The channel's looking a little bit more professional now with everything with thumbnails, so awesome. Alright, straight into the next thing. Nioh is going to be the game that comes up next after Dark Souls Remastered. Now, I am recording this on the 5th of November 2018, and it will be uploaded on the 8th of November 2018, or be like published on the 8th of November 2018. So it's a 3-day sort of difference, but this is as close as I can get. I was actually meant to do this yesterday because today is a Monday. I was meant to do it yesterday, but I ended up, I was just too tired, too much time, like time ran out, didn't have enough time. So I'm recording it today as close as possible to the date to give you the most accurate update I can possibly give you. So Nioh is coming up next. Now, I have some good news. The final episode of Dark Souls Remastered should have aired yesterday. Today, you will be receiving this video. Tomorrow, Nioh starts. Now that's good news because I was actually planning on taking sort of about a week break. So you would have seen like this video, then 6 days of nothing, and then Nioh, just to give myself a bit more time. But it was only because I was planning on doing Nioh a little bit differently than I've been doing the videos that you've been seeing. I was planning on making Nioh a bit more mission-based because the game is very mission-based. But the thing is, with making it mission-based, each of the missions take like between 30 minutes to an hour, even if you know what you're doing. It takes a long time to progress through that. So I was like, you know what, this is not going to work. I'm going to do 25-minute episodes, which is what I've been doing for the bulk of my channel. Each mission will take roughly 2.5, maybe 3 episodes. It will take a longer time to get through the game. The game is very big. It will take a longer time to get through the game, but it will allow me to still post a video every day. Like I said, I really wanted to put like more production value into the videos. I wanted to be longer form, but at the same time, I also wanted to be accessible because I know not everyone has 25 minutes, and to be honest, some of them are a little bit longer. I think I've already recorded 5, and I think they turned out really well, which is great. But like one of them is like 28 minutes long, and not only that, you have to be aware that like we are in the Stone Age here in Australia. We still use ADSL 2+. I still have not had my internet upgrade. It's changed so many times. Apparently now the most recent update, which was yesterday, says that it will come in on January. So hopefully that happens. I don't know, but to give you an idea, it takes me just over 6 hours to upload 25 minutes of footage at the rate that, like at the bit rate that I'm encoding at, which is like, I think I'm encoding at 16 now because I've changed the codec that I was using. That's all technical jargon that you don't need to know, but essentially, or well, not most of you don't need to know. Some of you might be interested in it. But yeah, so the video, I've actually got one uploaded already. You'll be seeing it tomorrow, like I said. It looks good enough. It looks about the same as Dark Souls Remastered, but my friend helped me half the encoding time. So now instead of taking like 25 minutes or 30 minutes to 40 minutes to encode like a 25-minute, 30-minute episode, it takes like 15 minutes to do a 25-minute episode. So I can encode them faster, and edit them faster, but it still takes ages to upload. So I have to work with what I've got. I have no choice, unfortunately. I'm a victim of circumstance. Okay, so quickly to end on Nioh, because I got to go through this very fast. Where's my time? 5 minutes. All right, not too bad. I won't be saying that in a few minutes. Anyway, so because the game is so long and I have to do multiple playthroughs, what I might end up doing is I might show you sort of the first full playthrough, the new game playthrough, all the way through. I might upload the entire thing until it is 100% completely done. I do not think I will get the platinum at that stage because I'm going for platinum, and actually I'm going for 100%. I'll only call it Let's Platinum Nioh and 100% when I get to that point, like after I've got the platinum, but for now it's Let's Platinum. So what I might do is I might get to the point where the first new game is completely done. Then there might be a small hiatus. I don't know how long, I don't know if I'll even do it, but there might be one. And the reason I want to do this is the game is so long, you have to play it through 3 times all the way through. You can technically speedrun the second and third time, but I haven't reached that point yet. I've finished the game, sort of like New Game, and I need to learn about how to proceed with New Game Plus and New Game Plus Plus. So it's going to take me a while to get that done as well. So there might be like a hiatus where I throw in like a different game. So you might see like Nioh, then what my next game is, then sort of Nioh again, then maybe the game after that, and then Nioh again. I don't know exactly how, but I think it helps because I don't want people to be burnt out. The game is very fun, it's very awesome, and I think you guys will enjoy it. As much as I'm having a blast playing it. And a little secret, haven't died yet. I've recorded 5 episodes and I haven't died, and I've died like 1 billion times in my practice playthrough, so I'm doing well. I'm acting like a ninja, or like a samurai, like a ninja. I'm playing well, so I'm having a lot of fun. I actually really want to record some more episodes today, but I haven't got much time left, so I don't know if I will be able to. It's like 8 o'clock at night right now, so we'll see. I'm having fun doing it, but yeah. It's going to be tricky. We'll see. I can make it though. Okay, next thing. The game after Nioh that I want to do is Resident Evil 2. So Resident Evil 2 will be coming out on the 25th of January, and I will be getting it as soon as it comes out, and I want to start the guide as soon as possible. So what that means is basically within the next 2 months or so, I'm going to be fully focused on Nioh. I'm going to be creating as many Nioh episodes as possible. Bang, 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 bang. Trying to do the best I can possibly do. Edit them, do everything I need to do. The descriptions, the titles, they might come later, but it's going to be Nioh episode after Nioh episode constantly, right? Then I will be getting Resident Evil 2 on release day, and I will be playing the crap out of that as much as I possibly can, learning everything there is to know about it so I can make the guide for that, because that game will be really good and I think people will enjoy it. And it's a new game, which a lot of my viewers have been really wanting me to play, like newer games. You guys have been super supportive and you kind of want me to be noticed a bit more, and so you're going like, John or Ultima, play new games so you can get like that, excuse me, whew. Play new games so you can get newer viewers and stuff, like that'll give you viewers. I agree that I'll get like probably interest because of a new game, but will I get sort of like long time viewers? That's the question. So I'm playing a numbers game there. I'm playing very quantity, which unfortunately kind of sometimes my content is quantity more than quality. I try and do quality, but I think I think quantity is like a necessary part of my job anyway, or part of my like channel anyway. So yeah, but anyway, I want to take advantage of that as much as I possibly can, so I will be playing that. The next thing, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out like 4 days later. I promised someone commented a very long time ago, I remember, it was just a simple comment. It was like, "Are you going to do Kingdom Hearts 3? And I replied with, "Of course," smiley face. That sounds like me, definitely. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to be doing it, unfortunately. I will be playing it for myself. I think, again, like one of the things that I did with this channel was I did blind playthroughs and I did like guide walkthroughs, and Kingdom Hearts 3 to me seems like a very much like a blind playthrough type of game, although there are so many options in that game now because they've infused sort of the quality of every Kingdom Hearts game into one. So there are a lot of options, and I can see that there could be some merit to a guide, and also it's a brand new game, it's very popular, it's been in development hell for so long, it's been developing for what, like 14 years or something, I don't know, some crazy 12, maybe 12 years, 12 to 13 years, something like that, something crazy. But at the same time, I want to play it for myself because, I mean, I've played all of them and I've enjoyed all of them to varying extents. And so I feel like I wanted to be like a personal journey for me to play that game, to see what it's like, to get my feel, to get my opinion and go, you know, just take a breath and go, all right, it's here, I've played it, and let it be what it ends up being. I don't know yet. Maybe, like, I can't predict the future. I don't know what's going to happen. With the way I'm thinking about things, I won't have enough time to make it, but, you know, we'll see. But I definitely will not promise that one because I have a feeling I'm probably not going to be doing it. But yeah. All right, so quickly, after that, so after Resident Evil 2, I'll either like go back to Nioh if I took like a hiatus on that, or you know, maybe they'll be both concurrent. I don't know. It might be too much work. We'll see. But the one after that I want to do is Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. Looks like a great game, perfect for my channel. It's Souls, it's Soulsborne, it's Soulsborne Nioh, it's Soulsborne Nioh Sekiro. You know, it's that kind of game that I like to play, that makes for a good guide, that's fun to do, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think I'll be doing Sekiro for sure. I think that comes out in March at some point, so I've got time. Like I said, it's very difficult to predict exactly how things are going to pan out, but I will do everything in my power to make all this happen. The only two games that leaves afterwards that are sort of that I kind of have promised to varying extents are The Evil Within 2 and Tales of Symphonia: Dawn of the New World, which is the second one of Tales of Symphonia. So Tales of Symphonia, I know that not everyone knows that game, but it has become, I think it's become like more popular as time has gone on. It's become more popular, and definitely not a lot of people know about Tales of Symphonia: Dawn of the New World. But I did kind of say like a very long time ago that I would eventually get around to it, so you know, I'll see. If I have time, I can do it. And The Evil Within 2, I don't foresee being too difficult. If I'll go into a quick sort of aside, I have actually recently left my job. So I had a job I worked in a retail company for almost 6 years. And I left that job and actually found full-time work, which is really good. You know, it's good to find full-time work. I found full-time work. I have a decent salary now, and it is quite stressful at this stage. I've only been doing it for about 7 weeks. It's the start of like the 7th week. It is very stressful, but I think I'm doing well. I'm coping barely, and help is on the way. So, you know, everything that I can possibly do to make my life easier, I have done. And now it is just a matter of time and waiting and seeing what happens. So it is very stressful, but because I have a full-time job, I also have access to leave for the first time in my life. And what I'm planning on doing is, if things go the way I plan, there is a chance that I can take leave at a certain point during my tenure with this company. And if I take it at the appropriate time, let's say even if it's 1 week or 2 weeks, I think I can put most of that time of leave into like focusing on doing The Evil Within 2, because I don't see that as being a very big challenge for me. I see it as being a fun game to do, and I see it as being a fun guide to do, but I don't foresee it being a very difficult challenge. Like The Evil Within Akuma mode, yes, it was hard, right? But it's only hard because, it's more challenging, right? It's yes, it was hard, and yes, it was challenging, but you can overcome it by just practicing. That's pretty much anything, right? So as long as you practice enough, you'll get it. So it's just about the amount of hours you can pump into it. And when you have like paid leave, it's very easy to kind of go, hey, I'm at home and I don't have to go to work and I'm still getting paid and I can focus on this. So that is sort of what I'm going to try and do. Tales of Symphonia: Dawn of the New World, that will probably be after The Evil Within 2. I don't know if it'll be immediately after, but it'll definitely be after. I don't know if I have enough. I will not have enough time to do it in the like 1 or 2 week paid leave if I take that for the while I'm doing The Evil Within 2. But you know, I'll get to it when I can. So I apologize for like not being able to get to it sooner. But again, I'm one man, so I mean, that's all I can really do. My sister's been helping me out as well, especially with the thumbnails for the most part. But I think she's starting to help me out more. Like she's starting to kind of like see that maybe, just maybe, this could be something, and she's trying to support me and you know, to do this, because it would be fun. It would be fun, and I'll get into that a little bit more later. All right, what are we on? 15 minutes, not too bad. All right, so another relatively big thing to bring up, but I think I'm gonna make it a small thing. So I didn't mention it, but I went to PAX. I went to PAX Australia. I was actually in Melbourne just over a week and a half ago, or just over a week ago, I should say, for PAX Australia. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't post about it on Twitter. Actually, I did tell one person, but I didn't post about it on Twitter. I didn't make any videos about it or anything like that. And that's just because, to be honest with you, the only reason I went, I did not buy tickets for it. I was very lucky to meet a person, sort of by absolute chance, who again, by chance, we got into a specific conversation that led on to games, that led on to him revealing to me that he was a part of, you know, the management and all that kind of stuff that run PAX, who then said, and then I revealed my channel, and then he was like, I think you should go to PAX. And so I said, okay. And he gave me complimentary tickets, and my sister and I went, and we flew to Melbourne, and we stayed at a hotel for 2 nights, and we did PAX. Now, I will say that PAX was big, it was loud, it was filled with people. It's tremendous in there. Like, it is insane how big that place is, and how much there is to do, and how much, like, it's all just mashed into like a 3-day event. And I don't want to sound like I'm sort of ungrateful for the experience. I think it was just that I was so preoccupied with the channel as well, because I was trying to learn Nioh and get it ready, and you know, oh, man, I wish I was home right now, like focusing on Nioh rather than being here, because this is not helping. And my mood and sort of my personality was also heavily affected, because I went in there with this kind of idea of, you know, oh, I've got a great idea. I'm going to play all these like new games. So I was like, I'm going to play Sekiro, Kingdom Hearts 3. I thought Devil May Cry 5 was going to be there, but it wasn't. And that is another game that I forgot to mention. I might do that because I like Devil May Cry, but I don't know. Maybe I'll play that for myself. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm going to play Devil May Cry 5. I'm going to play Resident Evil 2. And I think I had another one. Spyro was there, but I didn't get a chance to play it. Yeah, so I had all these kind of like ideas, and I was like, I'll play, my sister can record me and the game footage, and I'll talk about it, like even if I can do a voiceover and make this great video. Then they told us we're not allowed to record, and kind of my introverted self came out, and I didn't do much. I played Sekiro, like I said, and I played Kingdom Hearts 3 and Resident Evil 2, and I'd like to give my opinions on all those, but actually I don't have my phone with me right now. But let's just say that for Kingdom Hearts 3, the majority of people talking about the floaty combat, I can't agree more. The game is super, super floaty. Other than that, it looks amazing. It's fun to play, but I really want to play the game from the beginning. Like, I want to see the menus, I want to see the early game, I want to see how they develop the story and the characters, and, well, the story, I don't know, the story is a bit of a weird one, but anyway, like, it's definitely floaty. That was my biggest issue. I'll try and give you, like, a Cliff Notes version of everything. So, Kingdom Hearts 3, floaty combat, but looks amazing. Resident Evil 2, basically perfect. Leon runs a little bit too slow, but the graphics look amazing. That's pretty much it. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, really fun, will take a long time to learn and get used to and figure out, but it looks like a brilliant game. It looks like it's going to be a brilliant game, and hopefully a really good guide for me. What else was there? There was one more, but I can't remember what it was. I didn't play Days Gone. Days Gone was there as well, but I was like, I mean, what am I gonna find with Days Gone? Like, it's a shooter with like a relatively cool story. Like, I'll like that game anyway. It's not going to be a Last of Us. It's not going to be a Last of Us. It's just not. And even if it is, I'm not going to be able to learn it in like 15 minutes that it's another Last of Us. So, you know, I didn't play that. I think I'm forgetting one game, but I can't remember what it was. Anyway, that was my experience. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe I'll show some pictures here during my talking there. Because I did take a lot of pictures and stuff, so maybe I'll just interject them here and there. But yeah, it's like I said, I went because I felt I needed to, because he offered me complimentary tickets, and I was like, this would be really good for my channel, and it's what I want to do, so I may as well go. Would I go again? Probably not, unless something major changed with my personality, but I think people's personalities kind of develop, evolve, and then stay at a certain point for a very long time before potentially evolving again. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to sound ungrateful, because I was very grateful for the experience, but it definitely wasn't my thing, and I probably wouldn't do it again. But having said that, I'm happy for everyone else who loved it, and I'm happy to have been there. I saw some like sort of Aussie celebrities as well. If actually, I'll mention it because just in case there are Australians watching, I saw Barjo from Good Game. If you don't know who Barjo is, you can go to twitch.tv/BarjoStream. I think that guy is one of the great. He's like one of my greatest heroes. He is so silly and happy and funny and weird and just incredible. He's an incredible human being. And I saw him, I didn't really talk to him because he walked past and he was on the phone and I didn't want to interrupt him. And I saw him and I told my sister, I was like, it's Barjo. And she was like, ah. And it was really cool. So that was a really cool moment. But yeah, he and I tell you what here's what I will say. As much as like my personality doesn't fit what like PAX is, because it's a very extroverted, it's a very like, let's do this and let's do that, and well, I mean, there are introverts in there playing like board games and stuff, of course, like that's natural and it's going to happen, but it is a very loud experience and all that. And the thing that I loved about it the most was sort of going into the mini shows that happened across the day and hearing people like Barjo talk and hearing other people talk and say like, you know, there was this kid, there was like a 15 or 14-year-old kid in one of the panels who told Barjo, he said, I had cancer for like 2 years and it finally went into remission and you were the one that got me through. And everyone like cheered, and some dude in the audience, like when it was silent, went like, F cancer, and everyone cheered again. And then Barjo got off the stage and ran and gave the guy a hug, and it was like, that's the kind of stuff, like those are the kind of moments that I live for. So like I said, while the experience in terms of the overall experience and like what I think a lot of people try and get out of it, that wasn't for me. All those little micro experiences that we had that maybe only like 1,000 people had or something, that was what I will remember. So I think now that I think about it in that way, it was worth it, even just for that, just to see Barjo and just to see Barjo hug that guy, and a few other instances that we had. It was awesome. So yeah, Barjo's stream, if you want to see it, he's he's a crazy guy. He's a crazy guy. I love you, Barjo, man. You'll never watch this, but I love you. Okay, what are we left with? All right, so last thing. Got 7 minutes for a 30-minute video. This should be enough. Okay, so this is the last thing that I want to talk about, and it is important, but I'll try and make it. I'll give you all the information as quickly as I possibly can. So the first thing, if you don't have Twitter, if you have Twitter, follow me. I don't use it very often, I'll be honest. But part of the reason I don't use it is because it's difficult to kind of have like 7 or 8 followers and go, hey, I'm like, this video is not going, but then like the hundreds or whatever, whoever is like constantly watching me, like don't get the updates and stuff, so it's very difficult. I know some people don't have Twitter, and one person mentioned if I had a Facebook page, that would help. I think that's a very good idea. I don't have time to work on that right now. That will be something probably for the end of the year, because with my job, what's really fantastic is I get a 2-week break starting, I think Christmas falls on a Monday, I want to say 24, 23, 22. I can't remember if it's a Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember, but it falls on like the beginning of the week. So the Friday before that, that'll be my last day of work. Then I have 2 weeks full of 2 weeks of time off where I can focus on this. And then it's back to work after that. So that's something that I want to focus on, like making a Facebook page potentially so that people can join, and maybe we can have like a better way to talk and all that kind of stuff. And maybe in the future, like a Discord server as well. I don't think it's necessary right now, but you know, Discord server could help. And now the biggest thing of all, and something that I didn't want to mention for the longest time, but I think I've been doing this for a long time now. I've got a full-time job, which is great, and I feel more comfortable, more at ease, more motivated to kind of progress with this. And the absolute thing that I have to mention is Patreon. Now, I know that people have many opinions about Patreon, so here's what I'm going to say. Would you think that it would be okay for me to have a Patreon? Do you think it's a good idea for me to have one? Would you be willing to support me? I should start by saying there is absolutely no sort of force or mandatoriness put on that. It is 100% completely voluntary. I will not paywall any content. I will not hold back any content from anyone. I will not like sort of hold back content for like a period of time or exclusive. This is merely a basic Patreon that will allow people to sort of donate if they wish. If they wish, I cannot stress that enough, if they wish. Because as much as I would like to create a Patreon with incentives, it's very challenging for me to sort of have a full-time job, YouTube, which is basically another full-time job, Patreon, and then complete Patreon incentives on top of that, try and record videos for the channel, try and have enough time for myself, because at the same time, like, I'm working very hard, but it has to be a little bit of give, you know. I give myself basically like a bit of an hour every night to just watch or do something that I want to do. And essentially you can see like my plate is full. But the reason I bring it up is because I think there's, I know of one person at least who has expressed interest in supporting me in ways other than just by viewing videos. I have not, that person did not specifically say donations, but it is the sort of the best way that you could help. And so I feel it would be remiss to at least not provide those people who wish to do so with a way to actually do it. Like I said, I feel like I've done it for a long time now. I feel like I'm now deserving. As long as everything maintains the way it is, as long as I keep my job and things keep going the way they're going, then, you know, I think it's a good idea to kind of potentially try and get this to a stage where I can see myself doing this, and only this, as a full-time gig. Because let me tell you right now, I can't tell you specifics, but YouTube does not pay enough, anywhere near enough, to potentially make this even a part-time gig. It's taken like all the time from the beginning that I started until now, and it's still nowhere near. Does that demotivate me? A little bit, and it has in the past, but now, because I actually have like a source of income, I'm okay. And so what I'm trying to say is that, like, the Patreon, I know you might be thinking, it's like, okay, well, we have a source of income, so why do you need the Patreon? The Patreon is there to sort of like supplement, to kind of give me an idea of how much sort of extra time I can put into the YouTube, and so how much I can get away from like doing that real job. I don't mind the real job that I've got now. I hope I can do it for a decent while, and I hope that it goes all well, and I hope that my stress levels keep decreasing with every day. I think today was extremely stressful. In the morning that we had was super stressful. The afternoon was a bit better, and now when I go in there in the next, like, what, 13 hours or something, when I get back there, I think we'll be okay. Like, I think I'll be okay for the day, but I don't know. It might turn out to be super stressful. So essentially, yeah, the Patreon is there to give those who wish to support me in ways other than just by watching the videos, give them that chance. Now, if I do this, and like I said, it's a big if, and it's kind of up to you, and this is what I'm kind of asking for, all I wish is for like just a few comments from different people, because I know there are a lot of people now, like there's I'm getting like a large quantity of comments on a consistent basis from specific people, and so I know that there are people who want to support me in those kinds of ways. So if you specifically could, like, say, you know, give me a comment and say, like, I think it's a great idea, I would support you 100%. If you want to comment and say, I think it's a great idea, I don't have enough money to give, but I think it's a great idea, fantastic. If you disagree with it, let me know as well. Please, in a civil way. Don't yell at me and go like, how dare you do Patreon, you sell out. Like, I want to do this, right? And I'm going to do it regardless of whether you guys say yes to the Patreon or not. But if it's a possibility, then at least I can look at it and I can combine it with the YouTube, and I go, okay, so this is what I'm worth right now, and I need to make, and in order to grow that, I need to do this and this and this, and you know, so on and so forth. So that's what I want to do. That's kind of the big thing to end on in this video. We've just passed the 30-minute mark. I thought this was going to go much longer, but I managed to get through it pretty well. I'm exhausted. So I'm actually okay, surprisingly. It's weird, like now I used to sleep like 10 hours and I was like absolutely lethargic to the crap house, and now I sleep like 8 and I'm like okay. So I don't know how sleep works, but yeah. Actually I sleep a little bit less than 8. Anyway, but yeah, that's the thing I want to end on. So look forward to Nioh tomorrow. Another thing I could quickly mention about Nioh, it's a bit slow to start, I'll be honest. There's a lot of explaining in like the first, second, maybe third episode, but after that I think it gets really good. The kind of the pacing gets better. It's kind of like a TV series, right? You have to, like a brand new TV series, so like you have to set the scene, you have to introduce the characters, give them the motivations. It takes a little bit of time to get used to, and then you kind of get into the fun stuff. So hopefully that happens. I don't think I have enough time to record today. I would really like to, but I think I'm going to just pass on it. Maybe, I can't do it tomorrow either. It's freaking like 35 degrees tomorrow. It's boiling in this room. I'm going to stop recording. Anyway, that's where I want to leave it. Thank you so much if you watched the entire thing. Thank you so much if you commented. I'm going to be looking at the comments and sort of like analyzing, seeing what the response is. Maybe there'll be a surprise. Maybe like someone will go like, yes, I think it's a great idea, I'm gonna give you this or whatever. So yeah, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see. So I hope you guys are enjoying, I hope you guys enjoyed Dark Souls Remastered. I hope you enjoyed the other content that I've created. I'll be honest, not all of it is great. I think like 85-90% is good, but some of it, in my opinion, I was like, oh, what did I do there? But I can only endeavor to be better than what I've been before, so that is what I'm going to try and do. Alright guys, before I keep rambling on, I'm going to leave it there. I want to thank you all very much for watching this channel update video. Look forward to Nioh tomorrow, and yeah, that's pretty much where I'm going to end. Thank you. My name's Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.